have we got here? This looks interesting.
Morning. From the urban streets of London, how do you make innovation happen at Saga?
Tell us.
The Tapestry. Okay, at the beginning, the first stage is all about identifying your challenge. It's about exploring, getting expansive and figuring out what the right question is that you want to answer. Use windows of wisdom to interrogate, funnel and focus to think what's the right level to start from. What's our scope? Where do we want to play around this innovation challenge? We need to land it in a way that's evocative and compelling and uses human language, using our language of love. Then, once we've got to the end of that process, we decide if this is a go or no go. Is this something we desire as a unit or as a business? Is the scalability? Can we take this to a bigger place in our market? Is it viable? Is it right for us here at Saga? Go! Let's do this. We land it in a project charter, something that captures all the stuff that we've explored to date.
Okay, now we're ready to get really inquisitive and curious and start gathering some insight. So you'll start off probably with some early hypotheses, thinking what's going on so far, but then you go out and you'll put the structure of gathering clues into place. So you'll push yourself to think, where can we get our clues from using the clue compass? Think about who's got a normal, a deep, a weird relationship, and then think about how you can interact with them. Being them is always a great exercise to do as part of your insight. Then you gather all your clues into a place where you can start to absorb them and really immerse yourself in what's going on and understand where other people have been to get their clues. And then you'll start to create some themes. So you'll spot some things that are going on that you think are interesting for you. Like this one about being an adult and then turning into actually quite a childlike human being again. And it's quite a weird place to be. So we start going, okay, well, what can we do with that? How can we turn this into an opportunity for us as a business? From that point, we start to go, right, we've got lots of opportunities. Now let's rate them. So we can use the Insight Stargazer to rate how strong the opportunity is for us. From that stage, we're really clear on which opportunities we might want to go ahead with or which ones might not feel that exciting for us. That stage, we'll go and we'll start having ideas. This is where you need to put greenhousing into practice. Suspend your judgment, understand and nurture. You'll be doing lots of that and you'll be capturing your ideas in this kind of template to make sure that you've properly captured them and you haven't lost any of that genius. To make sure you're pushing the sort of ideas that you have, you can use the Revolution tool, which is breaking the rules to give you some stimulus, or using related worlds and thinking, who else has done it? Who else has solved this challenge that we can steal the principles from? From that stage, you can then start to judge where your passion is for the ideas, and then you can start looking at where are the weaknesses in this idea by using the Stargazer. At which point you start going, let's greenhouse this a little bit more and build the ideas up. Okay, from that stage, you can create, you take your idea and you capture what is the essence of your idea just in a value proposition. So you just get into more of the detail around the idea and what the key features of it and what the customer proposition is. At which point you either go with the idea or no go. So you then need to make this idea stronger. Using the impact sweet spot, you can start to go, let's look at it through different lenses, through a rational lens, through a political lens. Have we got the right support for it? Rational lens, is it going to make enough money for us? And emotional, are people excited about this? And then you will...
Okay, so we've got an exciting idea. We know where we're going to go. What we need to do now is add meat to the bones. We use our idea canvas to really make it a tangible idea, something that we can grapple with and play with as we incubate our idea, test it until we get through to launch. So we're building our rationale through both making it a tangible idea, but also thinking about the commercial element of it as well. So we use our value sketch just to start to build the financial picture. This leads us into thinking about all the assumptions that are inherent in that idea, breaking it down into something that's we can test at a really small scale. So we use our assumption data to help us do that. Next up, we start to build experiments. These help us to test and learn all of the elements of the idea. So if it's something that we have confidence in, that we think people are going to be excited by, that consumers and colleagues are going to get behind, and actually something that we feel has de-risked it to move it forward. So we adapt our idea from there, and then we start to need to take it into the organisation, and we need to understand the political landscape in which we're playing. So we use our stakeholder mapping and stakeholder shoes to really understand who we're up against and who can support us in moving this forward. With that in play, we need to make the idea as real as possible. We bring it to life. We take it into the business, and we build a case for action which nobody can disagree with. And that, in the noisy streets of London,
It's hopefully not a load of rubbish.